Welcome back to another session. I'm glad you could join me in my journey of picking things up and putting them back down, and discuss about trivial and philosophical concepts that helped me become more focused in my life. Now, this isn't to say my life is on the straightest of paths. In fact, I am far from that. However, I have decided to return to my roots. The roots that took me from a random local lifter in college, learning about good old progressive overload, to an international powerlifting competitor representing Canada and placing second. These days, instead of stepping on an international stage, my main focus is financial freedom. More specifically, freedom for my parents and a new life for my fiance and I. I believe I will attain that through sharing values to change your life. Values of the competitor's mind, values of the winner's mentality, values of a calm warrior. Not that I want to make these sound cheesy, but I understand the importance of gamifying reality, especially with our generation. Everything is a game, everything is epic. I digress. Now, today's workout isn't as exciting as the previous, but what we're doing is a calf press, hip thrust, machine lateral raise, assisted chin ups, seated leg curl, and preacher hammer curl. As you may know, I'm an online coach, like everyone's dad and mom are these days. First started as an in-person trainer for several chain gyms, then got the opportunity to work with a private in-home training company, then decided to branch off to do my own thing, which when COVID happened, that's when the online online coaching became a legit possibility and need. Moving on. Today I want to explain to you why you don't suck. And no, I'm not going to the route of gentle coaching, but I'm also not going to the route of arrogant coaching, although both of these share traits that are very necessary to convey a message. We are going to go deeper. Now imagine you step into a time machine and travel back 50 years. What was life like? Was there as many advertisements? As many social media mediums? Not at all. Well, kind of. There was still the attempt to grab your attention, just not as easy as today. There wasn't as many distractions as there are now. The distractions these days are literally at your fingertips, and it's the kind where you can travel infinite amount of realities within seconds. Even while typing the script out, I got distracted by something that reminded me of the show The Weekenders. But you might be thinking, so what? There are plenty of people these days who are still achieving greatness or their dream physiques despite the myriad of distractions. I just suck. Well, sure, you can think of it like that, or you can acknowledge that your actions are heavily impacted on the environments that you are in. Most of the time, those environments are not by choice. Maybe you were born into a family with a little or a lot of resources. Both of these can still negatively impact you. Maybe you were born in an area that didn't support excellence because it was already a foreign concept, so why preach about it? As mentioned in my last video, I was born into a Guyanese family and my dad is a shredded sick gunt, hasn't lost his ab in 30 years. His brother, Pan Am Taekwondo champion. I was surrounded by physical excellence, yet I felt very lost with my approach. There was no burning desire to follow either paths. Now, don't get me wrong, I wanted the results, I wanted the body, I wanted the capabilities, but my parents did not see the desire to be physically great as worthwhile, at least over studying. It wasn't until I was in college where I started to take working out more serious. Even then, I was still bouncing from program to program, approach to approach, until I stumbled on Frank Yang on YouTube. I saw that at 20 it was still possible to become great, that I just needed to stick to a program. This is where I realized that I didn't suck, I just needed direction. I needed a plan. I needed to not be distracted by a million different programs. This is what I struggled with for so many months and years before. How do I know what program will be the best one for me? At this point, I was convinced that I needed the perfect program. I was convinced that there was a secret sauce. There just had to be something I was missing. It couldn't be my lack of effort and dedication to one thing. It had to be that one thing I wasn't doing right. After program hopping, this was my second biggest mistake, believing that I was missing this secret sauce to training. Unfortunately, life rarely works like that, where you accidentally find that secret sauce. The secret sauce only becomes apparent to you when you begin to put all your efforts in. I didn't find that secret sauce until I was already doing the action towards a specific goal. It took me around 4 years to find the Squatting Everyday program, the program that was made for me. That was my sauce. I strongly believe the universe finally gifted me with the program only because I started to become disciplined. Of course, I thought, why would I need this program now? I have the discipline. I can just get towards my goal with that. I needed this program before when I was clueless, without direction, when I was in need. Alas, this is how life actually works. First, you need to evolve within, before being ready to evolve totally. How many times has that happened to you? When you needed something the most, you never have it. But when you're already on your way, that's when you get everything else. How many times have you been single, waiting to receive attention from attractive strangers? Then, the minute you are in a relationship, everyone wants to know you. Suddenly, you are Brad Pitt or Salma Hayek. I know that's happened to me way too many times before for me to ignore this phenomenon. One thing that I quickly learned was that the universe caters to the discipline. Remember this, always. The universe caters to the discipline. Now, the real question is, how do you become disciplined? Well, you don't just wake up one morning and become disciplined. It's a daily work, it's a daily struggle, and it's a daily battle. You aren't just battling against the will to do the work, you're battling against the distractions. The distractions of other programs, the distractions of other tasks, the distractions of I want to go to the gym and do a bunch of random things I see other lifters do, and it looks so cool when they do it, and when I do it, I'm going to look like them. Newsflash, you won't look as cool as them. They look cool because they aren't distracted, and what they built is based around not program hopping. What you need to do is become laser focused around your goal. You need to be laser focused on getting stronger and everything that is needed around that. Here is what you need to do to even start the conversation of the right program, to even be gifted the program from the universe. Surround your waking hour towards your goal of getting stronger. Everything you spend time towards should be reflected towards getting as strong as you possibly can. Eating appropriately, developing a hero's mindset, having the creativity, pain-free mentality, impulse control, and adequate recovery. Aside from just doing the task that needs to be done, you need to be developing the mindset and the mentality that allows you to stay on track and disciplined. The easiest way to do this is to journal twice a day. This is the start of becoming less distracted. Now the question is, what do you journal about? Let's start with tonight. You will spend 5 to 10 minutes of journaling. Number 1, obligations. Write out your most important responsibilities, like work, meal timings, meetings, appointments, and any obligations you have. These obligations are the bare minimum that you need to do to carry on the day. Number 2, work out. Are you able to work out tomorrow? Perfect. Are you not able to? Then fit that in. Doesn't have to be a crazy workout. For now, an upper push, an upper pull, a hip extension like a Romanian deadlift, and a leg press variation. These 4 exercises are enough for you to just get the ball going. Warm up with minimal sets for each exercise, then do 1 set of 6 to 8 reps with the heaviest weight you can do. Do another set with the same weight for as many reps as you can while leaving 1 to 3 reps in the tank. In terms of rest before that first set and the second set, rest for at least 90 seconds to 120. Number 3, refocus. Set aside 2 5-minute slots to meditate or think of your goals. Think about lifting and the feelings of achieving your goal and what it will do for you. If you have another goal to make more money or develop better relationships, do the same thing. Think about what more money can do for you. Think about what a better relationship can do for you. Along with how more money or better relationships can affect you and those around you. Number 4, distractions. Write down the possible distractions that you face or are challenged with on a day-to-day basis. Let's say for tomorrow. Do your friends want to go out drinking? Can you skip it this time? Do you have the tendency to doom scroll? Acknowledge the challenge. Is there something else you can do during that time? Maybe connect with an actual human. Call someone. Or read a post of some kind that you have saved and put it off for God knows how long. After writing these notes down and journaling, go to sleep. When you wake up, revise this list so you are armed for the day and prepared to stay committed at what you jotted down. These strategies are all that I use during my time of training and professional growth, and what I'll be doing again to level up. If there are any topics you'd like me to discuss, or if you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will get back to it. Until next time, be resilient, and remember, the universe caters to the disciplined.